Hello friends, welcome back to the Python programming session. In today's session, let's look into the variable classes in Tkinter. So the different variable classes available in Tkinter. So friends, we have seen the text widget and the entry widget. So in widgets like text and entry, there is a parameter called variable or text variable, wherein we define a Tkinter variable. So this variable works in two ways. If the value in the entry or the text widget changes, the text variable also gets updated. And if we give some value to the text variable, that value will be entered into the entry or the text widget. So it changes in two ways. We can either the updated value in the entry widget will be given to the text variable, or whatever value is there in the text variable will be updated into the entry widget. So in Python tkinter, there are four types of tkinter variables. They are StringVar, IntVar, DoubleVar, and BooleanVar. So StringVar by default holds a blank value. IntVar by default holds a 0. DoubleVar, it's a floating value, so it holds 0.0. Boolean var holds a boolean. It returns 0 for false and 1 for true. And, let in this session, let's see string var, but all the other variable syntax also is similar. So st1 equal to st1 is my identifier which holds the string var, and I'm defining my string var. Parameters are master, value, var. Master means the window in which it is placed. Value is the value which we are assigning to the string variable, and var is nothing but the name given to the it is the variable name. And we have seen already that there are many methods called the get method and the set method. So even the string var, when we use the get method, it gets the currently held value in the string. And when we use the set method, it sets that particular value to the string variable. And apart from this, that is get set, there is also a third method called the trace method. The trace method has three modes, that is read, that is r equal to read, w equal to write, u equal to undefined. So when we give the trace method w, for instance, if we give w as the mode, whenever the value in the string var changes, then the trace method triggers and it calls a callback function in which some functionality would be returned, and it will execute that particular functionality. So let's look into it with an example. So I'm having my demo trace. Let me just execute it once. So the maximum count is 20. So there is an entry box, a label which says maximum count is 20. And here it is having characters left. So this entry box basically takes 20 characters, and beyond that it will not allow the user to enter. So, and when we enter a value, the count changes to 19. Initially it was 20, and since we have entered a value, it changes to 19. Again, if I enter another value, it changes to 18. So whenever I'm updating the entry widget, updating the value in the entry widget, it's connected to a string var, and and when we call the trace function or method on the string var, when the entry widget gets updated, based on the functionality, this value also gets updated. Let's look into it in detail. So when it reaches 0, it does not take any other value because the maximum limit is 20 and it has taken 20 characters already. So this program, let's look into it in detail. Initially, I'm having my Tkinter screen. Then let me call my label widget L1, L0 say, sorry, L0 equal to label, place it on the main window, font equal to 20, text on the label widget is equal to maximum count is 20. So this is the text on my label widget. And let me place my label onto the screen by saying L0 dot grid row equal to 0, column equal to 1, pad x equal to 10, pad y equal to 20. So this I've placed it on my screen. Now let me have my entry widget which takes in the characters. So E1 equal to entry, place it on the main window, and the text variable equal to string underscore var. So here basically the text variable is equal to string underscore var. String underscore var is a Tkinter variable. So we have to define it previously. Var equal to StringVar. This is the variable class to which it belongs to. Is equal to StringVar. And for this, let me give a background color of pink. Font as 20. Now let me place my entry widget onto the screen by calling the grid method. So entry widget is placed in row equal to 1, column equal to 0. Pad x, pad y is equal to 10. Equal to 10. So I've defined my label widget and an entry widget. Now let me call my second label widget, call it as L1 equal to label, place it on the main window, font equal to 20, text on it should be equal to characters left. Now let me place it on my screen by calling the grid method. It's placed in row equal to 1, comma, column equal to 1, and pad y equal to 20. So basically I've got my first label which tells maximum count is 20. Then I'm having my entry widget which takes in 20 characters. Then I'm having my label widget which says characters left. So these are the three widgets which I am placing onto my screen. Now now let me call my trace method. So str underscore var, this is the string variable which we have defined, Tkinter variable. So on this, when I call my trace method, when the mode is equal to W, I'm calling my callback function which is equal to update. So basically I'm calling my callback function which is equal to update. Now let me define my callback function. Let me define my callback function. It takes n number of arguments, so I'm giving it as star args. Now within this I'm giving the functionality. What happens when the trace on change of value in the entry widget? What happens? This functionality I'm specifying it over here. Initially, let me check a condition. If length of str underscore var dot get, so whatever value user enters in the entry widget, if the length of that particular string is less than or equal to 20, less than or equal to 20, I'm checking the condition. So if it is less than or equal to 20, then my value is equal to str underscore var dot get. So whatever value user entered in the entry box, that value will go into value. Now what are the characters remaining? Char underscore remaining is equal to 20, the total count, 20, the maximum limit, minus length of str underscore var dot get. So str underscore var is nothing but the value entered in the entry widget. So if I enter ABC, then the length of ABC would be 3. So my character remaining would be 20 minus 3, that would be 17. And that will be displayed on my label widget. So I have to specify l1.config text on my label widget is equal to str of char underscore remaining. So this label gets dynamically changed because when we are writing a value, it calls a callback function called update, and in update it checks for this functionality, and when and then it will populate the characters remaining onto the label widget. Suppose my number of characters entered is not less than or equal to 20, it is greater than 20. So then it executes the else part. In the else part, it will set my str underscore var dot set with the value equal to value. Whatever value was there previously, it will set it to that particular value. So here I have to define it as global value, global value, and then I'm checking for my if condition. I'm checking for my if condition. If the length of the string entered by the user is less than or equal to 20, then it will calculate character remaining, that is 20 minus whatever value the string entered by the user, that particular length, and that particular value would be populated on my string label widget. So this functionality I am updating in my update function, and now let's see how it works. So maximum count is 20. This is one of my label. Then I'm having my entry widget, which is the pink color box. Then I'm having characters left. How many characters are left? So initially it will show this characters left, but now when I update it to A, then it will show 19. Means I can enter 19 characters more, because one character I've already entered and the maximum count is 20. So I can enter 19 more characters. So now if I say D, when I write D, the trace method gets called. The trace method calls a callback function update, and it calls the function update, wherein it will check for the remaining characters, that is 20 minus whatever characters have been entered. So here 2 has been entered. So 20 minus 2 is 18. So it returns 18. Now if I say C, then dynamically it changes to 17, because whenever I change the value StringVar in the entry widget, the trace method gets called, and it calls the functionality called update, wherein it will update the label widget with the text equal to the characters remaining. So now if I say D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, S, T. So my 20 characters has been completed over here. The count is 0 and it does not take any more value. So because I'm setting the value to my previous filled value at 20th, whatever value is there, I'm setting it to the particular value when the count becomes greater than 20. So this is how, with the help of the trace method, based on the mode, we can call a callback function and it will execute the functionality. And this particular application is used in many places wherever you want to enter an essay which is having 1500 words characters. So it will say maximum count is 1500, and as you keep on typing, the count reduces. So as you keep on typing, the count reduces. See, now if I enter Z, it reduced to 5. So this is used in places where they have a maximum limit and you have to write the essay within that particular limit. You can't exceed it. And also it is used in scenarios where we have the traffic signal. It will say initially 30 seconds you have to wait, and it keeps on decreasing 29, 28, 27, and once it becomes 0, the green light becomes enabled and the traffic can move, the vehicles can move. So in such scenarios this particular code is comes in handy. So hope so friends, it was clear for you the StringVar function variable class in Tkinter. So basically it's nothing but a text variable. It's connected to the StringVar, and when you keep on changing the value in the entry widget, the StringVar also changes. And if we use the trace method on the StringVar, so we have to use the trace method on the string underscore var, that is the StringVar variable. So on that we have to apply the trace method. The callback function gets triggered and it will execute the functionality present in the callback function. Hope so friends, it was clear for you. If you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button and please do subscribe to get notifications of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.